In this video I'm going to show you my program called NetCrow. It is made for the Raspberry Pi and it's a kind of man-in-the-middle attack which uses Ettercap. As you maybe have already heard, I'm not a native speaker, but I hope that everything is understandable. If not, I will never ever talk English again. So now let's start. The program, you can find the program at github.com. Just go. The link is going to be down in the description, and the commands and basically a tutorial is also going to be here on GitHub if you don't want to look or to watch the video. Yes, I'm going to copy the command now and go to my Raspberry Pi. I've connected with PuTTY, and now I have to log in as root. And here it says CD to path you want to install. For me it's going to be the home Pi desktop. And now here I'm going to download the program, the main files, go in. And as we can see, we have our attack.py where the attack is stored, autostart.py, install.sh, and now we have to really install Ettercap and all the libraries and that stuff. So we type sh install sh, and now it's downloading Ettercap, and before it's downloading Ettercap it is making an upgrade, so your Python is running the newest version of Raspbian. For this video I've used Jessie Raspbien, which is the newest version of Raspbian at the time this video releases, or is basically made. Yes. My program NetCrow uses Ettercap to sniff or scan local network traffic of all hosts. So if I log in with another computer into the network and log into an unsecured website, the NetCrow is going to capture it and send it to me per mail. And this is a special thing about NetCrow, that you receive the captured data per mail. It is using Python, and that's why you have to have a Gmail account. So the idea behind NetCrow is you install it to your Pi, and then you can plug it into any network you want. You give it power and an Ethernet connection or WLAN or whatever is better, and it starts listening the network. And every once in a while it's going to reboot to really get all the hosts in the network, and before it reboots it's going to send you all the captured data. That is basically what a program does. If you don't want to receive the mails, you can just launch the attack by I will show you the command later. The way this program is working, it is every time it reboots it's going to delete the temp file of Ettercap and it's making a new one, and that's why there are backups. So in the folder logging there is all the backups are stored. So if you want to make the attack longer, you can change the value of delay between each backup. So standard it is running to 150 seconds, but you can adjust this by say you don't want a backup every 15 seconds, maybe every 20, every 30 seconds, how you want. And another way you can make the attack work longer is you can say you don't want 10 backups, maybe you want 100 backups. Then it's going to be 1500 seconds, which is way longer. As you can see here, I had already installed it. Maybe you need more time to install. But now we can nano attack.py and scroll down, and we can see here a sender, password and receiver. For a sender I'm going to copy my email address, which is specially made for this video. So that's why you will see the password. here it is important that it is a Gmail account. I haven't copied the address now. Sorry. And the password for our Gmail account. The receiver can be any email address you want. It can be from your private email address, but for this video it's going to be the same as the sender to make this whole video a bit easier. As I explained before, here the save delay, so every 15 seconds it's going to make a backup, and it's making 10 backups, so in all it's running 150 seconds before it's rebooting. So every 150 seconds you're getting a message with all the captured data. And maybe if you don't want every 150 seconds, which I can understand because that's like spamming, you can adjust this here by saying maybe every 30 seconds or what you want. So now we also have to go to etc ettercap.conf, go down until we see radio command on off, Linux, and here remove the hashtag in front of if you use IP tables. Just remove those two hashtags out. And now we can go back to our tutorial. So we have installed NetCrow, we have enabled IP tables, and we have configured the email sending. So we typed in all the email address, password, and receiver. Now one of the most important things is that we have to enable less secure apps. What exactly this means, you can read this here, but to really enable it you need to click the second link, and I have already activated it. As you can see here it's German because I'm German, and so I have already activated it because sometimes there are some problems with activating it because it doesn't really accept it or it doesn't refresh it, whatever. If you want to test that if it is enabled, we can use our program by typing python attack.py-t, which is sending us test email. Now if we go back we can see it works. This is a test mail generated by NetCrow. So now we know that our email client or email sending is configured. To all the commands you can use, just use this or --help. So we see now here start the attack manually, which is just giving you the Ettercap interface and not sending any email. Then -d is going to delete all the backups. -h is printing this, of course. As I said, at the end of the attack, every time it's going to reboot. If you don't want to reboot, whatever, you can just python attack.py-r -s. I will show you now. So if you leave the python attack.py as it is, we can not start the attack because I have made a mistake. So when the video releases, this problem is going to be fixed. I'm sorry. I have forgotten, of course, that there is still a problem with this. All the small problems that really annoy, but that's how it is. So now save again and python attack.py. Now you can see that Ettercap is loading and scanning the network, and now I will show you that it is actually working. So I will go to the browser. Here you can already see NetCrow has started working, which is giving us also the IP address and the interface it is running on. So this is the start message. You can disable here if you don't want to get spammed, because every time it is rebooting you will receive a start message, and that's maybe also spamming. So now if I go to an unsecure website like iMoodle or every website that isn't using HTTPS, you can capture all the data. So if I log in here now, it's German too, because yes, I'm German. You can log in here with username and password. It won't work because the account doesn't exist. But what I also can do is I can start an FTP client. And if I try to connect to a server, this is also going to be captured. username FTP password. Here you can already see insecure server. It does not support FTP over TLS. This is what because we are at the moment we are scanning. So if you think you maybe can capture Facebook passwords, it won't work, because here it says HTTPS, and the S is for secure, and which is good that it doesn't work. And here it says insecure connection, or secure connection didn't work, basically. So now we will have to wait till the program is over and the Raspberry Pi basically reboot. So I will cut it out. Now, as you can see, the server has unexpectedly closed network connection, which means that our Raspberry Pi is rebooting, which means for us that we now can receive our mail with all the captured data. So now it should be, yes, it's loading. So now here it says NetCrow started working. We have always seen that. And here it says new informations. So if we go in, yes, it looks good. So here is all the Ettercap stuff, which isn't really interesting for us. Here at the bottom, this is where the interesting part is starting. Here we can see the IP address, username, password, and where we logged in. And here we can see our FTP connection. So this just should show you that everything is working fine and how it is working with all this email sending. To show you the backup stuff, I will just go back. Sudo I home Pi desktop NetCrow logging. As you can see here, the program has created a bunch of ettercap.txt files, and if we cat the first one, we will see there is nothing in there. But if we cat the last one, this is the file we received, or yes, this is the file we received. But of course, if you're running the program more than once, it is going to create a lot of files, and it's using, maybe if you run it for days or for weeks, it's using a lot of space. So if you want to delete all the backups, we can use tag.py. You can once again look here, delete backups in logging. So attack.py-d, backup data. And if we log in once again, we can just see cron log. And this cron log is made for the auto boot. So if we look here, we can see the autostart.py. What this does, it is basically creating a output section. So as I have explained, the program is rebooting after it has ended. So, and if you want to start the attack once again after it has ended, so like an infinite loop of attack. So as I explained, you plug the Ethernet cable and power. You just have to run Python autostart.py. It gives you a kind of error, but it isn't. Cron tab-e. 2. You can see here reboot sr launcher.sh. So this is the cron log, so you shouldn't delete that one. So now if we run again, we should see our text starting. You can try this at your own if you want. If you get any errors or mistakes or whatever, you can write in the comments down below. I will look for, and it would be really nice if I get some kind of review if everything's working, or some feedback basically. I hope the video was understandable and I didn't make too many mistakes. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.